Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. How are you today? I'm trusting God that you are fine and you are well. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what balance looks like for me in 2024. If you're someone right now watching me and you feel like your life does not have any shape or form of balance, okay? Your life is all over the place and you just don't understand how you're even going to function in 2024. Come close. Let's have a conversation. Let us have a heart-to-heart conversation. This girl you're seeing right here, if she can survive or if she could survive 2023, 2024 is going to be a walk in the park for you and I. And that's the reason I have come here to share with you how I managed 2023. 2023 was a crazy year for me, right? I can't even tell you how crazy it was for me. But God literally crowned every of my efforts with success. And I've come to share with you what balance looks like, how I managed, how I'm managing, how I'm coping with all of these things. I can tell you that nothing is suffering. Nothing is actually suffering. Whatever that is suffering is what I choose not to do, and I don't see it as suffering because I refuse to do it. The Bible verse for today's video is Psalm 118 verse 24. It says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." So I'm going to be sharing with you just 3 things that I am doing and how I'm able to balance the things that I'm doing. First of all, I know I've used the word balance. There's actually nothing like balance, because if you think about it, balance is like you're weighing something 50-50, it balances. If you have 1 million things to do, you can't give all of them, let's say, all of your time, okay? What we can do is to allocate. Let me be using the word we so that it will feel as if we are all in it together, isn't it? What we can do is to allocate time, allocate energy, allocate money based on what the order of priority. Now, when you put things based on the order of priority, you find out that actually I don't really need to give this 50% of my time. I can give this 10%, I can give it 20%, I can give it 30%, and that's about it. So let us just scrap the word balance, squeeze it like this and throw it out of the window. Phew, it's gone. Now, precious, how do you cope? How do you allocate time? How do you manage to allocate time to the different things, the craziness, the things that you've mentioned that you've done or you're doing? How do you do it? Number one thing I want to share with you guys is, people who know me will know that I'm someone who is set in my ways. I like things to be in a certain way. And when those things are not in a certain way, it throws me off balance. I'm someone who manages. I'm a project manager naturally. I'm someone who manages things, plan things. But I've come to understand that, babe, if you're going to find a little bit of mentality, as a little bit of, I don't want to use the word balance, but a little bit of peace, okay, you're gonna have to be flexible. Okay, flexibility in the sense that I can't do that thing that I have always done if I really don't have to do it. Okay, because a lot of us that are struggling with this balance, that, because we want to give everything 100% of our time. And girl, you can't. You aren't going to do it because it's not possible to give everything that you have 100% of your time. Now, let's see what we can do. Let's be flexible in such a way that we can say, you know what's important to me right now? Okay, my job, my children, my family. My family, my job. Okay? My family, my job takes the large amount of time from me, okay? Every other thing is an appendage. Every other thing is not important. I do it or I don't do it. Now, family, how can you give your family your time? You already work. For me, I work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, right? So what time do I have? After my work is done, I close my laptop. Precious is finished. Can I just tell you that is working? You, all of us that are very professional, good, we want to be the best in our jobs, right? One of the things that I've learned, I actually learned it from a very good friend of mine who is a very, very good, a high flyer. She said something to me that her manager literally called her and said that they look at those people who prioritize their family Okay, those people who put their family first, who prioritize their family, their well-being, their mental health, as people who are actually capable to grow in a job, are people who are actually capable to hold those high positions. So sis, if you're working so hard, you're not leaving 5 o'clock when you're supposed to leave. You're finishing at 7. You are taking time working on Saturday and on Sunday because you want to get promoted. Let me tell you something. The people in that high position are not going to get you promoted. You know why? Because what makes you you is not just that job. What makes you you is everything that you do. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that try to be flexible, okay, in approaching things. If you're going to spend time with your family for 2 hours, you finish at 5, you have dinner, let's say 6 o'clock, between 6 and 7 or 6 and 8 or 6 and whatever time is bedtime, be there present with your family. Don't switch it around. There were times where I finish work, get home, I jump on a call because I'm studying. I'll be on that call till 11 o'clock in the night. Those times my kids were really informed. They knew I was going to be doing that. That day I'm going to jump on a call as I'm driving down home from work. If the day I go into the office, I am calling them and I'm telling them I'm going to be jumping on the call. As soon as I get home, mommy is just going to have a quick shower and jump on the call. They are informed. I don't put them behind. So flexibility as well. If you're going to spend time in your job, when you're in that job, be there. Don't be on your job. For those of us that work from home, don't be on your job as in the time you're supposed to be spending at work, and that's when you're on Instagram, that's when you're doing every other thing except your work. The Bible says he that is faithful in small will be faithful in more. That time that God has given to you for that job, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give God what belongs to God. So flexibility is one thing that has helped me and that is helping me. I'm no longer as rigid as I used to be. I take on things. I can be doing something else come. I leave that one, just weigh my priorities, know what's important for me, then I move on to the next thing. Yeah, done. Number 2 thing that has helped me to actually maintain sanity is prioritizing my well-being. Okay? Can I say something? You cannot give what you don't have. If you're a lady watching me right now and you're literally burnt out, whatever English that is, you need to go and sort yourself out. Babe, if you die, nothing is going to happen. Your children are going to move on. They are going to move on. They will not die because you died though. So what I'm trying to say, if you really think you're working so hard because of these children, the best thing you can actually do is to look after yourself. Take care of yourself. What makes you happy? So because I've been working from home and I found out that it makes me really tired, so I started taking my vitamins. Okay, see, what we actually did was my daughter Phoebe, we gave her that task to be sharing out vitamins. So every day she goes around and give everybody their vitamins. I take my iron, I take my vitamin D, I take my omega-3 something. I take there's another medicine that is brownish that is almost like all multivitamins like combined in one. I take them. One of the things that I want to do this year, which I'm going to be posting on Instagram and Facebook, is because during the summer, during my lunch break, I go for walks, and after work in the evening, as soon as we finish eating, I and my husband, we do go for a walk. We just stroll out as well. When we do that was during the summer. Now is winter. 4 o'clock is dark, so we don't really go out for walks anymore. I have gone to look around gyms. I'm not going to the gym to go and look like Usain Bolt. See, there's something that keeps me happy. This is one thing I've discovered that makes me happy, that keeps me, as in, I feel good in myself, is when I go for workouts, when I do exercises. It makes me happy. So I am personally, in fact, one of the gyms that I went to look at, it was going to cost me 65 pounds per month. Okay. Another one I saw, if I use my students something, it's going to cost me 50 pounds. I could tell that it's going to cost me a lot of money. So I made up my mind, I'm going to go see another gym that's a little bit far from my house, maybe 10 minutes to 12 minutes. And that would be a little bit cheaper for me. And I'm going to be going to the gym. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that if you need to find something that you can, for you can do for you to fill your tank. Okay. Another thing that I started doing as well is to read books. Every night before I sleep, I'll read at least one page of the book I'm reading. I will also encourage you to read. My daughter as well started doing a bit of knitting. I didn't even realize that I could knit. I started knitting as well because I used to knit when I was a bit younger. It's a skill, obviously. I started knitting. So I try to just do something for me. Okay, that makes me happy. Another thing as well, which is the final thing, which you may not even have guessed or you will not even guess that is something that could help you maintain sanity is, sis, be mindful of social media or be mindful of technology usage. You and I know how much time we spend on social media. The thing is that you start on Instagram, you move to Facebook, we move to TikTok, we move to Snapchat. And before you know it, you spend 3 hours. You have spent 3 hours. And those 3 hours are 3 hours that you could have used to do one thing that is on your list that you probably, you need to do it. So I have something on my app that tells me how many time I've used, how much I've used. It's called screen time. It tells me how long I've used different apps, and it makes me to assess the apps that I'm using. Okay, I'm just holding my phone here, so it tells me, I don't know if you can see it. If you look at my time, you'll be able to show you. It says screen time. Today I've actually used 2 hours 54 minutes, and this is 4 o'clock in the evening, and it tells me I've used 1 hour 54 minutes on YouTube, eSword, which is a Bible app. I've used 43 minutes and 6 minutes on WhatsApp. That YouTube that is even higher, that was because I was listening to Victor Thompson this morning when I was when I'm studying the Word of God, and obviously I did that for over an hour, so that was why it's that much. But even if it's even more than that, at least it gives me an idea what I'm doing for each day. Okay, it tells me what I'm doing for each day, and it tells me how much I've spent on this particular kind of app. And if what I'm doing on that app does not make sense, I delete it. Can I tell you something? I'm a YouTuber. I don't have TikTok. I don't have Snapchat. Instagram and Facebook are the only things I have, and the Twitter that you people have is forced me into it. You know why? It's not because I cannot make money off those social media platforms, but I just feel like it's too much for me now. Maybe in the future I can have access to those social media platforms, but for me it's too much. I can't cope. Okay, so the times that you spend on social media, you think, oh yeah, after I work all day, the little time I have on social media, people are not judging me. That's not what I mean. I'm not saying that you can't go on social media. What I'm saying is that when you're spending so much time on social media that is beginning to take over the time that you could have used to do something else that's actually important for your family, then this is a problem. So those are the 3 things I do that helps me to find a little bit of balance, because there's nothing like balance. Okay, flexibility is the main one for me, and looking after myself. Those are the 3 things. Do you have any question? If you don't, that's fine. If you do, drop it in the comment section. But let me encourage you, sis. Let me encourage you, my brother, that it's very important to look after yourself. It's very important to find something close to balance, because there's nothing like balance. Okay, something close to balance. And above all, ask God to help you, because you cannot do it by yourself. He gives you the strength. Okay, even this money that all of us are hustling to have, God is the only one that gives us the power to make wealth. So if He doesn't give you that strength, you're not going to have it. So put God first and let every other thing fit. Thank you so much for watching. I trust that in all that you do, you will put God first, and every other thing will fit. See you next time. Bye for now.